Going on, everyone? John Matrix here. Hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you're at and whenever you're watching this. We got another requested video coming in here. SCP-001, when day breaks, the gate guarding. So we got another requested video about the gate guarding. This is from Mr. Illustrated. This has been a requested one from several different people in the community. So figured, again, being that it was brought up with the Ouroboros cycle, we would follow up and check out this video. So again, SCP-001, When Day Breaks, the Gate Guardian by Mr. Illustrated. Links will be down below in the description to the original video without my commentary and reaction, and to Mr. Illustrated's channel. Please do me a favor, click the links. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you're not already subscribed to Mr. Illustrated, please go over there and give him a sub. Makes a lot of great content for the SCP universe and definitely deserves love. Puts a lot of hard work into his videos. So do me the favors of going over there and doing that. If you would like to join us when we do these reactions live, there's a join button underneath the video, as well as a link in the description. You can check out the YouTube membership benefits that I offer. Seeing them have any interest for you, you can get early access to videos, priority in any kind of requests you have. There's a sub Discord channel. We have a Discord that's open to everyone, though, if you wanted to join that as well. Yeah, check that out. See if you decide you want to take your support for the channel to the next level. But with all that said, let's jump into this video by Mr. Illustrated, When Day Breaks.
Good day everyone, and welcome to another When Day Breaks video, this time with the Gate Guardian. This encounter is separate from the main canon we have been developing, so treat this as more of an SCP cross encounter. There will be a continuation to the canon in August with the 682 video. Thank you.
So I guess When Day Breaks, the Gate Guardian, I guess this When Day Breaks is a series he's doing, and this is just the Gate Guardian included in this. Okay, so that might be it. I'll have to check that out and see if that is the case, and if that is the case, then maybe that's another series that we'll get into at some point in time by Mr. Illustrated. But anyway, let's continue.
Thank you to the patrons for keeping this channel going. A quick word from today's sponsor, and we'll get started. Now, I'm a sucker for a nice set of playing cards and a beautiful new SCP deck.
Right, we're gonna skip the sponsors here, but again, check out a sponsor if you watch the video, and support the man if the sponsor is something that you would have interest in. But anyway, let's get on to the video.
Uriel stood calm and bold before the gate to heaven. Surrounding him on all sides, a wall of flesh probed the perimeter. Things that were once human, corrupted and mutilated into something new, something inferior to his master's creation. The sun stared down at him with its evil red eye, taunting him. Uriel felt no fear. The flesh could not pass the barrier. A deep moat of ash and charred earth marked where so many of these abominations had tried.
So I wonder if this is a situation where, like, either, you know, 610 had, like, taken over or something and is trying to enter this, or if this is something from, like, Yaldabaoth is trying to enter the gate and he's, you know, fighting it off. But this has me intrigued already.
Tried and failed to cross. Uriel sneered. The sun still stared at him. A blinding explosion shook the landscape as another monster tried its luck. It was obliterated in an instant. Another tried, and then another. Uriel looked out with disdain. These were once people. They had families, commitments, and dreams. His master's very first creation had turned on them all. What once lit up the sky had now plunged creation into a different kind of darkness.
His master's first creation had turned on them all. Interesting. Okay.
Why did his master not act? The question entered his mind again. His thoughts were interrupted as another creature crossed the boundary. No, all of them were crossing. This he would like to see. Uriel arose and surveyed the scene. He was shocked to see the sun pushing all its infantry onto the front line. What was this? Did the sun hate his master's creation so much that it was determined to see its own war?
Interesting that it's the sun. I'm not understanding what that is a reference to, why the sun is trying to come and attack him in the garden, or the entrance to the garden or to heaven, as he'd stated here. So again, if this is some kind of series with him, then I guess I'll have to go back and watch the other videos to understand what this is about.
Warped attempt at life destroyed? It was inconsequential. His great sword danced across the landscape, cutting down the flesh in seconds, reducing them to dust once more. Fertilizer for the garden.
Now, I wonder, wouldn't he just... I guess a situation where I would think, like, wouldn't he want to be more preemptive, knowing that these things are going to keep attacking? Wouldn't he just... I mean, I guess maybe he has a certain amount of reach, you know, and then beyond that reach, he wouldn't be able to attack. Maybe that's what's going on here. But obviously, he can't leave his post. But just thinking, wouldn't he want to be more preemptive and attack before being attacked, kind of a situation? But maybe he's in a spot where it's just not possible.
Then he understood. These weren't infantry. They were pawns. He sensed something big across the boundary. Great conglomerations of humans and animals now melted and molded into monstrous forms approached him. The bishops made their move.
Giant
Two
flesh
great
rhinos.
horned beasts charged straight at him. They were too immense for a direct strike, so instead he swiftly darted to the side and with one great swipe decapitated them. A quick follow-up attack reduced the pieces to ash. He heard a screech from behind and dodged as several smaller but more nimble things on large legs appeared above him. The enemy's knights darted from side to side. A futile effort. Blinding arch of energy shot out from his weapon and vaporized them all. He continued mopping up the pawns awaiting the rooks. The tide of flesh was relentless. His sword spiraled around the perimeter, creating a whirlpool of ash and embers. A low bellow vibrated off the ground as two titanic pillars of flesh approached him from opposite sides. Uriel had to physically crane his neck to look up at them. His weapon blasted chunks out of them, but their wounds were very quickly healed by more flesh. They came closer. They were going to swallow him and the gate. Uriel thrust his sword deep into the ground. The earth's crust fractured and the ground collapsed into the fire below. Uriel and the gate stood there on a pedestal as the rest of the ground and the flesh with it fell to flame.
Literally, like, put a hole through the earth or the ground, wherever he's at, to create a giant moat, essentially, so that it'll all fall through. That's dope.
The pillars of flesh collapsed into millions of tendrils, all screeching as they tried to pull themselves out. Instead, they slowly burnt away and were silent. A high-pitched tone pierced him, and he looked out to see a deer approaching him. The opponent's queen. A broken memory returned.
So are these, like, all variations of SCPs? Like, is this the 610 flesh that hates, and now the deer's coming? Like, are all these SCPs coming to try to, you know, attack or enter heaven? Interesting.
And had he seen this thing before? In another time and another place?
I think this is a reference to another video he did where all of these entities fought each other, which I haven't watched yet, but I know of it.
Blood, ice, and concrete filled his mind. He could not remember. The angel looked on, incredulous, as the ground reformed around him, sealing away the monsters. The deer commanded it. Its shaky legs moved without symmetry as the distorted head showed signs of what was once a face. This hybrid creature was fighting the sunlight, unsuccessfully. It was not of this world. The power this thing radiated was palpable, and Uriel felt fear. He summoned the legions. His own army lined up in front of him, all looking at this creature that continued to advance. The legions of heaven stood firm, but it didn't seem to care. It crossed the boundary and the first line of angels moved to attack. There was a crack and a flash, and Uriel was shocked to see several large hexagonal grey columns standing where his allies once did. The second line attacked, and a second flash and crack resulted in another line of columns. Uriel ordered his remaining angels back through the gate. They quickly obeyed. He then spun on his heels, took a final look at paradise, and slammed the gate shut. A ball of metallic elements hit him in his back and he went sprawling into the dirt. He quickly recovered and brought his sword around, colliding with another ball that was spiraling around the creature's head. It shattered, sending particles of creation out like sparks. Tiny portals to other realities opened and shut up as the sparks fizzled away. Uriel went to swing again, but the deer fixed its gaze on his sword and it turned to sand in his hands. The thing's antlers pinned Uriel against the gate. Then a mass of flesh rising out of the deer gave Uriel a command.
You will open the gate.
His one purpose given to him was to guard the gate to the garden.
This is pretty dope. I haven't wanted to kind of like interrupt this and talk, but this is dope. I imagine in my mind what this would look like in like an anime form. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm digging this.
To the end. Uriel reached back, gripped the bars of the gate and began pulling. The gate resisted. He focused his strength and power into his arms, and with a final crack, the bar broke free. The blast sent both Uriel and the deer hurtling backwards. Before the deer could recover, Uriel summoned the last of his strength and plunged the bar from the gate into the deer's neck. Cracks of light began to spread across them both before a final flash enveloped everything. The light cleared. An unspoiled gate to Eden could briefly be seen fading away. In front of it was the charred and lifeless husks of the two combatants, slowly crumbling away to join the earth.
That was sick.
And that concludes this Wednesday
That was sick. That was a short video, but that was dope.
Breaks video. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video and be sure to like and subscribe if you did. Big thanks to Dr. Sumerian for looking over this and to my incredible patrons for keeping this channel going. Please consider joining them. And
okay. I'll have to see, like I said, if this is like a series that he's done and this is one in this series. Let me see down here in the description if there is anything with that. I guess I can just look at his channel here and see if that's the case. If it is, I wouldn't mind going through that, you know, the rest of them. Yeah, I guess it is. It looks like it is a series. So I wonder, does he have a playlist for this? Oh yeah, stuff on the back rooms too. Interesting. I'm just looking through his playlist. He has a playlist for Dr. Bright. Got some entertainment stuff. When day breaks, there it is. Huh. IKEA. It doesn't have. I wonder if this is a different series that he did. Because it doesn't have this current video in it. Maybe just hasn't updated this playlist with those. But anyway, I guess you guys in the comments can tell me what the order is if you guys know for this. It seems like I might have jumped in the middle of it, where unless this is potentially a self-contained story about Uriel fending off the Garden of Eden, or the gate to the Garden of Eden / heaven against other SCPs. It seemed like it was a situation where maybe 610 had taken over a lot of other SCPs and was essentially trying to assault the gate for some reason. Or perhaps it was Yaldabaoth. I don't know. Those are the only two things that would come to my mind. But it's interesting that it was able to also consume and take over the deer and force the deer to do what it wanted, and that the deer was also on Uriel's level. I would think that Uriel would have been a being of greater ability and power and potential than the deer, but that's just, you know, I don't really have, you know, any point of reference of like comparison between the two, other than Uriel's an angel and the deer is another kind of godlike entity. But you would think that, you know, the creator, if God, the creator of everything, created this angel specifically to guard this, that it would be one of, if not potentially its most powerful, you know, creations to protect it. So that's just my thoughts. But anyway, very interesting video. Like I said, I would love to see something like that done in like an actual kind of like anime short, you know, form. We actually see the fight a little bit more in depth and them going back and forth, etc., etc. But awesome, well done video. I like the visuals, sound effects, and just kind of the slow animation effects that he did. It was dope. So yeah, that was When Day Breaks, SCP-001, The Gate Guardian by Mr. Illustrated. Links down below in the description and to Mr. Illustrated's channel. Do me a favor, please click those links if you enjoyed this video of his. Go over there and give it a like. And if you are not already subscribed to him, please do me a favor of going over there and clicking that subscribe button. It makes a lot of great content for the SCP universe. As you can see, puts a lot of work into animating and you know, great production into his video. So definitely deserves the love. Like I said, if you would like to join these reactions when I do them live, There is a join button as well as a link in the description to the YouTube membership benefits and the various tiers that I have and offer. You can get early access to videos. You can get priority in any kind of request you have. There is a Discord that's open to everyone, but there's also some specific sub channels that you can get access to, etc., etc. Take a look at that, see if any of that has any interest for you, if you decide you want to take your support for the channel to the next level. But regardless, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider leaving a like and a sub, that helps me and the channel grow. And yeah, appreciate you. Thank you very much. Hope you're having yourselves a wonderful day. We'll see you guys in the next one.